We've seen how to type function parameters and function return types, but how can you type, let's say, callback functions or object methods? Well, let's see how callback functions work. So let's say you have a function called callback, and this takes a callback function, and basically you do something here and then you call the callback function. How can you type this callback function? Well, you can do that following this syntax. You have your parentheses and you can have your parameters, which are also typed, and then you can type the return type by saying string, number, or whatever. So for example, for this CB, we can type it by saying it shouldn't have any arguments and it should return void. Void is just like the function doesn't return anything. So here, let's just create a random function, and then here we can say callback, and then we can pass random. Random doesn't take any argument and it also doesn't return anything, which matches the type that we have here. But then let's say random actually takes an argument. Let's just say random takes a name of string. Come here now and say we want a name of string as the argument, and then it should return void. And then here I'm just going to pass a string. I'll call this Deeecode, which is going to be received as the name here. And here I can just print the name. Oh, sorry, this should not be print. This should be console log. This is because I've been writing a lot of Python recently. Now, if I should run this, you can see that it works fine. We have Deeecode because we typed our callback function to be this, and this callback function matches the same. Because this function isn't returning anything, it's going to have void here, but we can also come here and type the return as void. And we can also apply the same concept to object methods. Say we have an object here, and then here we can have a function called add, and this add is going to be a method where we receive num1 as number and num2 as number, and then we return num1 plus num2. So how do we type an object like this? Well, here when we're typing the object, we can say this object is going to be name string, and then add is going to be, again, function like this, where we have num1 equals number and num2 equals number, and then we can return a number here. So that means I don't even have to type these parameters anymore because I have already typed it from here. And now we can say console.log obj.add, and for this add we can add 20 and 50. If I should run this, 20 plus 50, it gives us 70. But then let's say for num2, instead of passing 50, I pass a string. Now if I should run this again, we're going to have an error, and the error says that argument of type string is not assignable to parameter of type number. We are passing a string, but we have already typed our method to receive a second argument of number.